Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here, and okay, by the time you'll see this review, it'll probably be Saturday, and of course I'm filming it right now on a Friday, around, let me think, what time is it? About 10 o'clock, because I just had dinner right after I saw Iron Man 2, which is awesome. I'll probably review that in maybe another video tomorrow, but for now, I just want to do my comic books of the week just so I can save them on my computer and then upload them tomorrow. Okay, let's kick it off with some Marvel titles. First of all, the usual. Alright, we get the Lizard as the main villain for this chapter in the Gauntlet. Although the Lizard is one of my favorite characters. I find him interesting because his human identity, Dr. Connors, is actually not a bad guy. He's helped Spider-Man on occasion, and I found that to be very good. However, though, the Lizard has, although there is some parallelism between him and Spider-Man, as sometimes Spider-Man can cause hectic problems for Peter. This example right here, when Dr. Connors is trying to talk to his son Billy, and Billy wants nothing to do with him, is an example of how his alter ego has plagued his personal life. Interesting enough, though, after Peter is on a night with the Black Cat, he tries to talk to his aunt about his girl problems, and Aunt May, still being a bitch under Mr. Negative's influence, is completely being sarcastic and insulting him, so he hangs up. Then, luckily, his best friend, Harry Osborn, is here to brighten his day, and Harry helps him out by setting him up with a lunch date with Carly Cooper. Meanwhile, Dr. Connors is also having lady trouble, as he's trying to ask out his assistant. Unfortunately, Mr. King, the guy paying for the CEO paying for their experiments, asks the assistant out instead, which just is really pushing Connors to become the Lizard again. And we get some brief scenes here with Madam Web and Spider-Girl. I still have no idea what their role in all of this is. But I do like the dialogue going on between Peter and Carly when they have lunch together. And Peter says, "I'm probably going to tell everyone this is a date." And she's just okay with it. And of course, Dr. Connors somehow sniffs Dr. King on his assistant's scent, and then he starts about to completely lizard out, but then King shows up and notices the serum, and then he thinks that Kurt's trying to become the Lizard, but then Connor says, no, it doesn't keep the Lizard out, it keeps him in. And here's another example about why I love this artwork. This 2-page spread of just the Lizard killing him. It's graphic, but it is just perfect. Okay? Amazing Spider-Man 630. I would recommend it for Lizard fans. Again, the artwork is excellent. I did enjoy some of the dialogue, especially the ones between Peter and Carly, because their relationship isn't exactly, they're in love. It's just more like they start out as friends and it's starting to blossom. It's like on How I Met Your Mother with Ted and Robin. Their relationship was based on friendship, then they were together, and then eventually they stopped being friends, and then eventually they just became friends again. That's kind of how I see the relationship between Peter and Carly Cooper. They're friends at first, then they're going to start to go out, and then suddenly they're going to break up and then just stick to being friends. Right? And that's all I have to say about this. Next up, Thor the Warriors 4, number 2. Alright. This is written by, reason I got this is because it's written by Alex Zalbin, who is one of my favorite comic book reviewers on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed to Comic Book Club Live, that is your loss. We open up with Thor and Beta Ray Bill going to their favorite bar to get a table, only to find it taken by the Warriors 4, aka the Power Pack. And then we have a flashback here to earlier time where the Power Pack is going on the Rainbow Bridge with Alex questioning how it's possible, because like most brainy characters of the Marvel Universe, questions whether or not magic really exists. Then they meet an old man on the bridge who gives them clothes to disguise to hide the fact that they are humans so that they can get into Asgard. And while they go away, the man's eyes glow green. Then they're able to sneak past the guards, get into Asgard. They manage to fight some dwarves, then do some more good deeds under the alias of the Warriors 4. And after hearing their tale, oh, I love this dialogue between where Katie and Jack. Yeah, sorry about that, but Katie and Jack are just calling Beta Ray Bill a horse, which is always funny. Which is always funny when you have kids pointing out the obvious, like, you look like a horse, and Thor regales them with a tale about how he was tricked by Loki into throwing his hammer so far it landed in the Frost Giant's territory, and the Giant King Heimer, don't know how to read that, apparently placed Thor through some challenges in order to earn his freedom, and one of them was getting his own hammer. Then Jack and Katie regale Thor about tales of their grandmother, and they reveal their mission to him about getting the golden apples, but Thor says that he's unable to do so. Then the Frost Giant King shows up, and the Power Pack, or Warriors 4 as I should call them, is able to take him down. Then Thor says he's in their depth, and Julie immediately says, "We want a golden apple." And Thor says, "Okay, I kind of said, alright, you are, alright, let's talk to Odin." And it's revealed that that this is all planned by Loki, and the Enchantress is there as well, and she casts a spell which while Thor talks to Odin about the golden apples, Odin's about to say he can't do it. Then the amulets on the Power Pack's clothes start to glow, and then all of a sudden, Thor, Odin, and Beta Ray Bill are babies. I love this line by Julie at the end. Still don't believe in magic? This is a fun comic. It's just lighthearted, and it's a perfect comic for kids, and if you're the adult who enjoys lighthearted stories that aren't so serious or as dark, then I would recommend picking it up. It's just pretty much a good laugh. And also this artwork with baby Beta Ray Bill is just cute. Okay, I can't believe I just said that, but oh, come on, you gotta admit that is cute, right? Right? Okay, I think I just lost some subscribers there. Thor and the Warriors 4, I'm enjoying this series. Thank you, Alex. Alright, now, Batman and Robin number 12. Okay, I may not have time, so I'm just going to cut this review short and say stay tuned for me to continue my DC picks for the week.